Hero time starts now.
Oh, come on. Aha! One left. Hello again, Toku Faithful, and welcome back to TOKUWEEN Monster Movie Fest. It's been a while since we've had a visit from the King of the Monsters, and given that he's making a comeback next year, what better time than to check out one of the other Big G reboots? This is Godzilla 2000. This movie was made by our old friends at Toho, seemingly in retaliation to the 1998 lackluster remake made by Columbia TriStar. Godzilla 2000, ironically released in 1999, was the first of the Millennium Godzilla series after the Showa and Heisei era series, of course. Well, let us see why Godzilla was a bigger threat to the world in 2000 than Y2K ever was, and look at those drive-in totals. We have one dead body, not counting how many Godzilla may have killed during fights or rampages, 3 monster fights, no breasts, 2 crashing spaceships, 3 helicopter crashes, 1 exploding skyscraper, elevator shaft dangling, laser blasting, tail swatting, boat munching, Godzilla chomping, monster exploding, gratuitous Godzilla fire breath, gratuitous explosions, gratuitous building destruction, gratuitous tentacles, missile foo, tank foo, antenna foo. Check it out and I will be here. We start off with someone trying to pirate cable. Actually, this father and daughter team is called the Godzilla Prediction Network, and they monitor, what else, Godzilla. Meet Father of the Year, Yuji Shinoda. Seriously, what kind of father takes his daughter on a Godzilla hunt?
Io, do you read me?
Roger, loud and clear.
Well, that's one way to watch HBO.
What's that on the monitor?
You guys want to see something weird?
Up from the depths, 30 stories high, breathing fire, his head in the sky. Godzilla, 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 and Godzuki.
Meanwhile, at a lighthouse, the Big G shows up and beams the title directly into our minds. And he wastes no time pushing stuff over and having a boat for a midnight snack. The Scooby Gang drives around looking for Godzilla, but they don't find him. He finds them. Heard you guys were looking for me, and that you were pirating cable. Not cool, guys. Not cool. Well, it seems like he's gonna leave them alone, until this dumb broad snaps a picture, and much like his nemesis King Kong, that sets him off. When will people learn not to take pictures of monsters? It's suicide! The sad thing is, if they really did exist, you know some idiot would try to get a selfie with it, and would promptly get eaten. Crap, 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 we did not think this through! I'll teach you to photograph me and post it to Facebook without permission. Meanwhile, some wormy scientist named Shiro Miyasaka tells his boss that they found something in the ocean. But no time for that, Godzilla's made his way into the city and the GPN Wait, how did they get away from frickin' Godzilla? What, can their car fly or something? Anyway, they monitor his path of destruction.
You sure you still got film in the camera?
Oh, bite me! Arrgh.
Hey, I'm not the one who pissed off the giant lizard back there with the flash photography, alright? Shinoda points out that Godzilla is going after power stations.
Incredible. It's like he's trying to destroy our energy sources.
Meanwhile, under the sea, Miyasaka and the crew discover this thing. Cut to next day, and things seem to be going smoothly. I guess Godzilla's like a college kid. Go out and raise hell all night, sleep all day. Anyway, Yuki, the photographer from last night, shows the prints to her boss.
Didn't you look at these first? These negatives are as blank as your mind. Godzilla's radiation fogged the film.
Shouldn't she have checked them before she turned them in? That's like photography 101. Maybe she should have hired this guy.
Not another joyride with those freaks.
Quit your bitching.
They're a pain in the ass.
Hey, watch your language! This is a family show, for 5 sakes! Wait. Saying that instead of the F word is... well, it's kind of stupid, don't you think? My God, what have I been doing this whole time? That's dumb! Yuki wants to join the GPN to take better pictures, but Shinoda's daughter Io tells her that there's a heavy initiation fee.
200,000 yen plus 50,000 a month? What is it, the imbecile rate?
We are like a collective. We share the financial risk up front. Then we profit from the information we acquire.
Look, I'm not interested in joining your little clubhouse, see? I just want to take some more pictures, okay?
You want to take pictures? You'll have to become a member.
Hey, a little help here.
I'm in charge of the business end. However, we do have an alternative plan. Half off if you agree to share expenses.
Meanwhile, at the Crisis Control Intelligence Headquarters, or CCI, they plan to experiment on the object found in the sea. They try to lift it out, but suddenly the giant glob of mud becomes sentient and then floats out. Later, the GPN get the call that you-know-who is on the move, and they head out. Yuki gets the call as well. Meanwhile, the CCI wonders what this thing could be.
It could be a vessel from outer space.
What, in Godzilla? Pfft. What do the kids say today? You cray-cray. Mitsuo Katagiri, who runs the CCI, gets the call that Godzilla is back. He orders the nuclear reactors to be shut down since Godzilla's making a beeline for them.
Shut down all your reactors immediately.
Are you crazy? I don't have the authority.
You do now. And as head of the Crisis Control Agency, I'm giving you authorization.
Quick, someone call the guy from Breaking Bad. He knows how to fix this. Shinoda is setting up his equipment and Katagiri lands nearby. And they don't like each other. Apparently he and Shinoda were colleagues and they decided to go their separate ways after a fallout. Shinoda made the GPN to study Godzilla while Katagiri, the CCI, and the evil government want to kill him.
I could never work for a man like you.
Why not? We both have the same goals.
Boy, that's a real laugh. Godzilla needs to be studied. He's a gold mine of knowledge.
Your network's history. I'll send flowers.
Haha, I'm a dick to the nth degree. Suddenly this, whatever it is, stands up. But never mind that, the military moves in to kill Godzilla. Oh, that never stops being funny. But wait, the military has developed new, more powerful missiles.
It's so powerful it can penetrate any known material. I guarantee it'll go through Godzilla like crap through a goose.
Good thing Godzilla's made out of paper mache, right? Right?
You and Io go to a safe distance.
What about you?
I'm waiting for Godzilla. Katagiri's determined to kill him.
Cut. Look, guys, we've been over this. Those are supposed to go off after he emerges out of the water, okay? Try to get it right this time. Well, on cue, Big G is back. Hey, cut it out, you turds! That's mildly annoying! The tanks load up the new missiles, and Shinoda arrives to see what's going on. They do some damage, but not much. This is Ensign Redshirt, sir. The missiles are not, repeat, not going through Godzilla like crap through a goose. Please advise.
All units, pull back!
Meanwhile, the UFO thing begins to levitate and flies off. Whatever it is, it's making a beeline for Godzilla. It scans him, then it blasts him. Ha! These puny beings can't hurt me. What makes you think you can? Oh, shit! Big G tries his atomic breath, but this cloud thing is too tough for it. Shinoda does some research on the Godzilla skin that I guess the new missiles chipped off somehow. The CCI agrees to let him use their machines, provided he reports what he finds.
Some data was hacked from my computer. From the Godzilla file. Doesn't make sense.
He discovers that Godzilla's skin is rapidly repairing after damage.
How does he manage to regenerate his cells so quickly?
Cell recovery and reformation. Even with the simplest life forms, we've never been able to do that.
It's like watching the process of creation.
In a way, we're its godparents.
You discovered it. You ought to name it.
You really think so? Regenerator G1.
Regenerator G1.
When the UFO begins to wake up, it breaks its restraints. It turns into the ship from Flight of the Navigator and takes off. Miyazaki surmises that it was in suspended animation all this time. The military, what else, follows it and opens fire. But they get knocked out of the sky by some sonic blasts. The UFO moves into the city and people scurry for cover. And it just happens to land on the building Yuki works at. The UFO begins to hack into the master computers and steals all the data. Was this what we were all freaking out over in 2000? The CCI board decides on destroying it since they can't control it. That's the government for you.
Because we want to know what we should do.
You guys do what you do best. Find something simple and complicated.
Oh, if only there were some other strange giant life form that could stop it. So, like a bunch of morons, people camp out under the ship. Apparently they never saw Independence Day. Then again, the creative minds behind that movie also made this, so probably not. Katagiri gets reports from their techies that they're having a tough time keeping power from going down. But that's what the UFO is doing, hacking everything. It's like a flying version of Skynet. Yuki tries to pull the plug, but it keeps siphoning all the data. Shinoda says what we're all thinking.
You really call this civilization? Anything we don't understand? We try to destroy. And CCI. Ground zero for that kind of lunacy.
Yuki calls Shinoda and says that she may have found out what the UFO wants. Shinoda and Io head there, but the CCI/military is loading the building up with bombs. If you can't reason with it, blow it the hell up. They sneak in, but Shinoda stays behind and tells them to get out while he compiles all the deciphered data on the UFO and Godzilla. They try to tell them Shinoda's still in there and not to blow it up, but Katagiri is not listening. Dick move, man.
What an asshole!
Yuki decides to go back to help Shinoda, who's trying to get out of the place. Io wants to rush in, but they're almost out of time.
Don't do it!
Should we still do it?
Yeah.
The place starts coming down and the UFO isn't even scratched. Io and Yuki think that Shinoda didn't make it, but oh look, he did.
Daddy!
Oh, what a sweet, redeeming end for this great movie. And wait, are we forgetting something? Katagiri is a little shocked to see him.
Nice try, asshole.
He shows them the data that pretty much says they're turning our atmosphere into theirs, and they need Godzilla to regenerate back to their old bodies. And they're basically here to take over. Speaking of the big lizard, where is he?
Godzilla's entered the bay.
Let's get ready to rumble! But the UFO leaves and perches on another building, and suddenly giant wires come out of the ground and grab the champ. Godzilla and Tentacle Hentai, two Japanese stereotypes together at last. Godzilla cranks up the heat and blasts his way out of there. The UFO goes for a gore and, oh, the tail whip! Uh-oh, it's going for that laser trick again. And Godzilla's down! Oh my god, it's literally dropping a building on the champ! Where's the referee? Suddenly it begins to project something. It's taking Godzilla's DNA for itself.
It's regenerated G1.
Then it becomes this CGI abomination. It looks like if a Gray and Mazul from O's had a baby. Well, the champ gets up and he's not happy. Aw, man! Godzilla! David and Max were just looking for directions to Fort Lauderdale!
That isn't Miami. It's Tokyo. How did we get here?
Oops.
Okay, take us back up.
Oh man, Godzilla's biting him! But this thing fights dirty and throws sand in his eyes. Oh, and he's got the laser cannon too! The UFO regenerates and hits Godzilla. He blasts it again, but it regenerates. Orga opens his mouth and looks like one of those Reapers from Blade 2. It even begins to grow scales and, oh god! Regenerate from that, you son of a bitch! Godzilla heads towards the humans, not sure what to do with them. Thankfully, he decides not to kill the happy family, but he does do the audience a solid.
Godzilla!
I regret trying to blow you up!
Kalagiri!
You know, I could easily kill you guys right now. But I'm feeling good after killing that UFO thing, so I'm gonna cut you a break. Just this once. Later, bitches.
We scientists produced this monster, Godzilla. And ever since, we tried to destroy him.
Why does he keep protecting us?
Maybe because Godzilla is inside each one of us.
I'm sick of it. I'm sick of all of this. I can't take it anymore. I'm sick of this candy. I'm sick of this pumpkin. I'm sick of this gun. I'll tell you one gall darn thing. Bill Nye and Neil deGrasse Tyson don't know everything. Wasn't that a great scene where Godzilla just started roasting Tokyo after he saved it all? Wasn't that a great and iconic scene of the King of the Monster being a destroyer and a savior at the same time? You get it? You get it? I'm fine. I'm good. I'm okay. I just had to get that out of my system. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. You're crazy. I'm not. I'm not. I don't. Why don't we do pros and cons now? Okay? This movie, like ones before it, brings up an ethical dilemma. Some want to kill Godzilla, others want to study him and let him be. And we never get a solid answer. Should he be killed or let go? Hence the bittersweet ending for this movie. Makes you think. Some of the effects in this movie were not good. You can clearly see Godzilla composited into some scenes instead of him stepping on miniatures. Or he's just CGI'd entirely. Just goes to show you that digital effects and chroma key will only take you so far. Sometimes you need to break out the old rubber suits to be genuine. I know some of you won't believe this, but the English dub for this movie is great. It actually fixed some of the problems with the original Japanese version. Organizer G1 became Regenerator G1, which makes way more sense. They even fixed Orga's scream to make him sound much more fierce. Originally there were two dubs, a version in Hong Kong for international distribution, and the one in North America. Toho liked it so much that they used it instead of the international one. Given how Hong Kong's subtitles look, I'd say they did the right thing. Michael Schlesinger, who wrote the English dub, stated in an interview, quote, "Let me put it this way. If the international dub had even been halfway usable, we would not have gone to the time and expense of redubbing it. Not just because of the voice work, the dialogue was abominable. Yuki had 5 different professions and there wasn't a shred of exposition. Toho kindly sent over a subtitle list, and it had scads of info not in the dub. Most crucially, that Shinoda and Miyasaka were college chums, which made much of the latter's behavior suddenly clear. I had to rewrite almost the entire first reel so the whole darn thing would make sense." End quote. I'd say he did the right thing, and it shows. This dub is one of the better ones out there, and I wish more Japanese films would get this much attention to translation, or has ever faced. The CGI does look a little dated, but it helps to show how Orga can prove a hassle for the King of the Monsters. On the other hand, he's kind of an idiot when he tries to literally eat Godzilla. I mean, sure, who hasn't tried to eat a lizard that can shoot fire from his mouth? Not the brightest foe the champ has ever faced, but he got a few good licks in there. Final analysis? I give it an A. It's a wonderful movie. This is the movie we deserved in 1998. Godzilla was given an overhaul with a new look, new enemy which never happened in reboots before, and a new lease on life because, well, he can regenerate. The music was great, the human characters were interesting, the effects, give or take a few, were good. This may be my favorite of all the Godzilla reboots and was an excellent start to the Millennium series. It's sad that this film was only a moderate success in America and that we'd have to wait 14 years for another Godzilla movie to come to American theaters. Oh well, guess giant rubbery monsters killing each other isn't for everyone. Well, that's all for, Daddy, I don't want to watch the dinosaurs anymore. Holy shit. Where am I? What is this place?
sake's cold again.
But as long as the beer is cold, who cares?
You clowns don't like it. There's plenty of other places to eat around here, so shut up or get